Foul.
Give me
No.
foul.
This dude is crazy. You hear him? Microwave MFs to be like... Beep, beep,
Like if you like.
beep. I agree. So, last time we left off, this is now episode 5, I believe. Last time we left off, our party had managed to get their bearings a little bit. They found Heinrich found some jobs for the party. Oresha managed to get some resources, and our good friend Naomi managed to get some food, even though they didn't really need it. But it's a comfort thing. She also got the ability to walk on water through a ring that only has a set amount of uses, and a cloak of many fashions. So
I'm fashionable now, pussies.
the party's doing pretty decent now. Party's doing not sitting pretty, but they're doing pretty well. And Oresha made our good friend Heinrich's war pick into a non-magical +1 weapon. So, fellas, it is not. It's a bit later in the day now. It's about 10 or 11 in the morning. You guys took a short rest. Oresha mainly worked during this, but obviously, if you have anything that, even though you didn't use anything, if you have anything that is restored by short rest, go ahead and add it back. You guys have those bounties you can complete, or not bounties, but jobs. There was 1 to wrangle an alligator. There were 3 that were for clearing out some areas. One of them was a little cove beach area, real close in town. To the left, it's only like a 5-minute walk out. There's one for about an hour away. That was a bigger area. I forgot what it was, so I'll probably think of something. I'll probably replace it with something else regardless. And I forget what the other one was. I might be crazy though. But yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Well, seeing that we
Logan.
I got a question for the DM. What job would be better to do?
Okay, the mic is picking you up. Did I turn the... One moment. Did I turn off the filter? No, I didn't. Okay. Yep, no, okay. You have to join the call on your phone with earbuds. Because the mic is picking you up, Logan, because I don't have the headset on.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
No, it's just an issue on my end. Speak.
Is this working?
It's still picking you up as background noise. I don't need to repeat.
Oh my god.
That's not. It's just my microphone. It's just my microphone. It's not an issue of you, or.
What's wrong with you, my fucking phone?
No, not you, Garrett.
Oh, Garrett. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I thought it was me. I thought you said me. Sorry.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
You're fucking crazy, bro.
Oh, look at him.
Okay, I gotta turn the headset down a little bit. But yeah. As for the jobs, the alligator one is probably would not lead into much combat probably. And it's someone's pet. So yeah, Garrett. Garrett, you have to mute yourself. You have to mute yourself. Garrett has to mute himself because it's going through mine. There we go. Okay. But the alligator one would probably be easier. There'd be very little combat, and if there was any, you probably wouldn't have to thrash too hard to take him down, that sort of thing. And or at least because your warpick does have a blunt. Well, the image you sent doesn't have a blunt side, so I will not refer to it as having a blunt side. But yeah, you could do that one. It wouldn't be easy, but you could still do it. The one to clear out that little cove is just a little bit of combat. It's not too hard. It's just, some combat to spice things up a little bit, and so you guys can make some money off of it. And the other one, that's like an hour out, is a bit more combat. It's a bit more combat, and I'd say you'd be best waiting till at least level 2 or 3 to do it. Or I'd say, yeah, probably level 3, because it's going to be a bit of bigger combat, because it's a larger area, and it pays a bit more, so.
Level caps on our missions, bro.
I mean, you can still do it at level 1.
It's gonna be that kind of thing where it's like our character might die.
Yeah. Actually,
Yes.
while you guys decide that, I gotta grab my notebook so I can note down any like timestamps if you guys go anywhere different. Like if you guys split, like if Naomi and Oresha went to do the cove and you went to do the alligator. So I have the timestamps for post editing. I'm gonna grab my notebook. I'll be right back. You guys decide and give me an answer.
Swear to God, if I don't stop getting fucking pinged, I'm gonna be pissed. Swear to God.
What a dog.
Are you guys ready?
You ready to rumble?
No.
I think I want to do the alligator one.
You can probably go do the alligator one.
Yeah, you can probably wrangle an alligator. I'm not gonna be able to wrangle a fucking alligator.
I mean, you could use
Lord.
magic to help.
I
If you have magic to help.
don't really have anything that could help.
I don't have anything that can help wrangle an alligator.
Man, y'all are bored.
Earl, what do you mean we're boring?
I'm a
Y'all ain't got
fucking
no magic.
medic. I'm a medic.
I'm fucking with you.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
I'm not a
What?
spellcaster.
I'm flat as a pancake. Also,
What are you morons talking about?
Logan out here like, dude, y'all ain't got no magic to help me wrangle this alligator. Y'all fucking boring. Shit.
SMH my head, bro.
MFNH, bro.
Sounds like someone's posting cringe.
Sounds like somebody's posting cringe. It's just a meme, dick. Calm down.
It's the meme dick. Sit down. But yeah, so
Alright.
have we decided on what we're doing today?
Logan
Or at
just
least-
wants to
I'll go
wrangle the
wrestle up
alligator.
an alligator.
All right.
Heinrich's gonna go wrestle an alligator.
Oresha, Naomi, what of you?
I didn't choose. I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, Oresha was thinking about just scouting out some of the areas.
I mean, I guess I can try and go clear the cove.
One
I
person.
don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, yeah, Oresha, Naomi, you'd have to like, if it's like a minimum of 2 people. Clear that cove.
Don't worry, man. I'm 2 people strong, dude.
Are you? Are you built for tough?
Am I built for it tough? No, but I have a repair kit that repairs me instantly, so you know what? Fuck that. I have healing magic. I'll be fine.
What if there's more than one enemy?
There won't.
What if?
There's probably gonna
What
be.
if the enemy put you in a grinder and your eye popped out? You'd be dead.
What if the enemy puts me in an upcoming
I'd
trap?
prefer if we scouted out the area first before we just did that.
If I pushed you off of the ship, and a shark fin appears out of the water, you're probably dead. Scout out the
If
area.
you-
All right.
And your arm floats up to the top, you're probably dead.
You're probably dead. Also, apologies for any background noise. It sounds like a funny video game. This man is playing. We're not sponsored by the people who make this game.
We're not sponsored by the people that make Warriors games that I'm playing One Piece Pirate Warriors for.
Yeah.
And I've never watched One Piece.
Impromptu review. It's bad because it's One Piece.
Exactly. 3 Hopes will be better when it comes out.
Anyways, yeah, Rich wants to scout out the place. The places. Naomi, do you want to follow Oresha in scouting out, or do you want to do something else?
I don't think there's anything else for me to do. So I guess I'll just...
Fair.
What?
Fair.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just go with Oresha.
All right. I'm gonna say let's get the alligator wrestling as our beginning bit. Heinrich.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We will switch between. Don't worry. Well, if it goes on for too long,
Hold on,
'cause-
hold on. I was gonna say I could. I want. It's just a thing I wanted to do because I'm
What do you
already in
wanna
this
do?
thing. I wanted to make the art for this thing. If it's okay. If it turns out all right. If it turns out shit, I'm not gonna post it. This thing was shit. I'm not posting.
All right, then we'll start with Oresha and
Oh,
Naomi.
okay.
I mean, if you're gonna do that drawing, of course.
No. I can do it while I'm. I can talk while I draw.
Shut up, nerd. You suck.
Can you roll dice while you draw?
He's not gonna have to roll that many dice to wrangle an alligator.
Yeah, I can. I can literally. I can stop at any time and then roll the dice.
Fun fact, crocodiles are considered an unaligned large beast, which is funny because you'd think they'd be aligned given they're reptiles. So they should be aligned to the dragonborn.
No, they're.
No, it means they don't have a line.
Yeah, I know.
Dumbass mother.
Moron. But yeah. Alright, so Naomi and Oresha. Which would you like to spot out first? There's the cove and there's the area further away. It was a fucking shipwreck, basically. That's what it was, yeah.
If you're gonna do them first,
Is the shipwreck on the water?
It's not on the water.
How did it get on then? How's it on land? So I'm guessing it's on the coast.
Yeah,
Just chilling
it'd be the right, like a right from the harbor.
Okay, how far is it?
I'm gonna go eat something.
All right,
So like if you need me, just ping me.
I will. This is a threat.
This is a threat.
This is a threat.
But yeah, the larger area that is level 3 recommended is like 20-30 minutes away, but the little coast 5 minutes away, so it's up to you guys what you want to start first for scouting.
Probably.
Whichever one's
I want
closer.
to say we should scout out the ship first.
Whichever one's closer.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, so we're starting with the little alcove.
Yeah.
Let me note down our time here. About 11:50.
I have to do a stealth check.
You know, alcove, you can make a stealth check, yeah. But it's gonna be a lot more perception. Now, if you want to make a stealth check and actually, like, try to stealth around, which could, if you were to fail, proc the encounter, you could do so, if you wish.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna do perception for now, because I'm not trying to get close enough to where they find me or something.
Alright, Naomi, also make a perception check.
Obviously.
Fuck.
Nice dice, buddy.
And, given our current setup, I can't really lie about my rolls if I want to.
I can't lie about mine. Not that I do lie about mine, but, you know.
So now, if I, if I consistently roll bad for an enemy, and I'm gonna say a false number, I'm just gonna stare at Garrett and, make sure he understands. Like,
I don't have a +2 to wisdom? I'm a fucking cleric.
you're a little goober.
Perception +2. Oh, okay, that's a 9.
Alright. Oresha, what did you roll?
5.
Oh, jeez.
Man, we can't see shit.
Jesus.
We're so blind.
So I'll describe the basic area, obviously. So there is... it's about 5 minutes away from the beach where you guys were at. You follow the left side and go across a little rock cliff before you get a little closer to this alcove. And you can see it pretty plainly. It's it's an alcove or a cove, so it's mainly, the main bit is there's a little bit of beach out of it before you go in. There appear to be some little loose items there, a skeleton or two. You can make out like a greatsword on a body. It looks like it's in bad repair or disrepair. You can make out what appears to be some sort of bag of sorts. Definitely has something in it. Like, you can, like, at the very least, from where you are now, you can see something poking out of it. And you can make out, as you look more towards the alcove itself, you can make out a mild bit of wood that kind of peeks slightly out. You don't know what it is. If you wish, you may make another perception check, or you can try to take the stealth option, unless you have any other abilities.
Man, now I hate that we're level 1, because I definitely have invisibility by now.
Molding. Molding/balding. TBH. Let's do the forward. And I have to do a roll myself. That was a fucking...
I'm sorry, I'm zoning out. What happened?
Do you need me to re-describe the alcove, or did you get all that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
My attention is currently going elsewhere because I'm getting so many fucking pings from this fucking shit-ass server.
Okay, so there's a small bit of beach. Okay, well, getting there. You guys go.
I have something I can do. I never thought this cantrip would come in handy. I just thought it was funny. So I have the origami cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold up a little dog, and this dog is gonna go in there. And if there's any enemy, and if it moves up to 10 feet, however far I want it to, that's a turn. But since there's no turn, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
It's just pretty slow. And whenever it comes within 10 feet of an enemy, it's gonna bark. And I'm hoping this bark will lure out enemies so we can see who's all in there.
All right. You can do that. I'm gonna describe the beach and then I'll describe that. Cause
Sick. Do I get my spell slots back? No, it's just a short rest. Damn.
No, go ahead and you didn't use any, did you?
No, I don't have any spell slots left.
Shouldn't have used
I
any.
used inflict wounds like twice.
When?
Oh yeah, during the shoot. Just give them back, cause like your time in Dresden, I'll consider like a long rest.
Shit.
But for Duck, you go across. You go across the beach. I should mention, the beach you guys were shipwrecked on. There's no more bodies. There is what appears to be a small grave site being made by some what appear to be these odd. Well, they're not of any particular race. They don't seem to have any indications of if they're a dragonborn or anything or of that sort. They look pretty normal, minus some like this sort of odd grayish, gray-greenish skin tone. In these black robes, and they're digging these graves. They're digging these... Well, not really these graves. What appears to be some sort of almost mass grave-like, but they're in these black robes. Naomi would recognize these people. These are death clerics. Particularly of the twin death gods. But regardless. Also, the little impromptu camp to help the people who were shipwrecked is now, like, very shortly staffed. And it's mainly just, like, acting almost like a small refugee camp at this point. With the survivors seeming to be cooking some stuff, and some being treated medically for whatever they could. That sort of thing. You guys slip past that, though, going to the left from the beach, against a rock wall. It's a little treacherous, but you guys make it by, and you guys get on somewhat of a decent, like, outlook type area. There's a little way, there appears to be, like, a ladder after this outlook, so, you know, people could get down there properly. And you guys can see this alcove. The beach, there's not much on it. There's 2 or 3 skeletons. One of these skeletons is cradling this very in disrepair, great sword. And next to a skeleton appears to be like an adventurous pack of sorts that has something poking out of it. You can make it out even from like the I'd say 40-50 feet you are away. You're not too far out. As for what you can see into the alcove, you can't see much, especially because you made a 5. But you can see there appears to be a little bit of wood peeking out, so there might be a structure or something. It could be like a ship that crashed there at some point. You don't know. But time for the origami dog. This dog against small court. Does it need to make any checks or anything?
No. As soon as it gets within 10 feet of an enemy,
it starts barking.
It barks and then it unfolds itself back into just like paper.
Okay.
And it doesn't use actual paper. It's a cantrip. You don't have actual paper on it.
All right. You form this little dog from your hands, forming this paper into a little dog, and you drop him forward, and
dog. What a little cute little guy.
He descends the ladder slowly, as if he was Paper Mario himself. and upon getting close to the skeleton cradling the great sword, this in disrepair great sword, it barks loudly and full, and becomes just normal paper again, pretty much, slowly disappearing as it's a cantrip. Also, so you can't just like generate unlimited paper, though that would be funny. You could stick a fuck ton of post-it notes to like Heinrich or Oresha while they're sleeping.
That would be funny.
Lord.
Like a a funny prank to pull on your friends. Put 5,000 sticky notes in their lungs.
Exactly. It's just a little goof. I didn't mean for him to have. It's a little goof. Nothing bad could happen. Just a little goof.
I can make samurais that point at the nearest castle or fortress. Like, that's all they do. I spawn them in, and they just point at a castle or fortress. That's the nearest one. Doesn't matter how far it is. It's funny.
That's kind of neat, actually.
I can make
That's
a bird.
pretty funny.
I can make a bird that just flies. I can make a boat that can carry a 1-pound object across water. I don't know how fucking paper is that strong to carry at least a pound, but
Yeah.
good job.
But as it barks, the skeleton holding the great sword slowly gets up. And the great sword, still in disrepair, begins to shine a little bit. Though it, like, Oresha, given that you're a blacksmith, you can see the edges on this greatsword are dulled. The blade is rather rusty. Even if you were to hit someone with it, even with its weight, it would probably do less damage than even a mildly okay, like kind of horribly smithed greatsword would. And you see your first set of lurks. They are somewhat insectoid. One of them crawls down on its arms and legs, sort of stalking across the beach as it comes out from the cove, and has what appears to be like a shield on its back, not in its hands. And there appear to be arrows in this shield. Someone must have shot at it at some point. Another one comes out as well, and this one is... Well, I should describe them properly. They're very insectoid, but they're also fish-like. They look like tridents that have much, like, skinnier, like, thinner down as they go legs, with these, sort of, like, praying mantis-type feet that stick out and very heavily thump in the sand. Or, at least the one that's on his legs is. He's a bit bigger than the other one. And their skin is this nasty, like, disgusting gray-brown color with streaks of red that run down it and very apparent veins. Where there would be fins, there just appear to be just, like, rocks that have been dug into them. They might be natural, they might be bones, you can't tell. And the one that is on its legs has pincers. The other one appears to have a set of antennae, and it appears to be wearing some sort of leather armor, and carries what you can tell is a relatively decent condition, for Oresha, a relatively decent condition short sword. And they begin to stalk towards the skeleton, but the skeleton pays them, like, no mind, basically. And they don't attack it either. They just look at this set of paper. The one that is on its legs, as soon as it sees this set of paper, and sees it, like, transform back into normal-ass paper instead of an origami dog, begins to, like, rip it apart before it can, like, fully dissipate. And you can hear it coughing as it's basically swallowed the equivalent to magic dust.
Aw.
Dust. Yummy.
The dust, yummy. Hee hee.
The dust is coming!
Like,
Stop, bro.
the storm is approaching.
I am the storm that...
The mission is approaching. Find shelter immediately.
Anyway. Fuck my brain. God, what the fuck is happening? My brain is not working. Oh. Precious gonna watch these lurks for a bit longer just to see what else they do. They're clearly intelligent enough to understand that, hey, armor can be worn to protect yourself better.
They're
They're dumb enough to think that a magic piece of paper can be eaten.
If you like, you may make a nature check to try to... Because they're clearly not, like, you know... They have some sentience, but they're more like dog than human, sort of.
Sure, I
for
can-
someone
I
around
can-
you. Make a
okay.
nature check to pick out any particular stuff, but I'm gonna otherwise give you like a general description. You,
Drop it.
why
That
did
drop.
you? Oh, I thought you just
There we
like
go.
got a really good number from it, or like a low one. What'd you get?
That's a 19.
19. They're definitely feral of some sort, and they're definitely older. As you see, one of the one that's walking its legs has to, for a moment, like crack one of its arms almost back into place, as it does this attack. It does it with what appears to be another set of arms. It appears to have 4 arms and 2 legs. One set cracks one of these into place as it seems to have wounded itself in its rather vicious attack on like attacking a tree. That's
Mhm.
kind of pointless. The one with the sword does seem to know how to wield it though, and does seem to actually like patrol the beach a little, going as far to actually like slip into some of the water nearby and as their name entails, lurking about. You can even see you can see a very rock or bone like fin that stretches out from its back that pierces the top of the water. The thing you notice about their nature, though, besides that, is that you notice they very heavily. They seem to, as soon as they don't seem to see anybody watching them, they even look around and they seem to miss you. I rolled like a 7 on their perception. Even if if no one's watching, they seem to just revert back to somewhat a more animalistic state. As soon as the one that was carrying the short sword and the leather gets back on the beach, he also goes on to his 2 legs and 3 arms, and begins to prowl the beach once more. The skeleton that was up also just doesn't seem to care. He doesn't seem to do anything to them. At worst, one of them gets close to this pack. This adventurous pack seems to have something sticking up against it, like the inside, and it begins to slowly walk over before well, interestingly, as you watch this happen, you notice that these lurks, or the lurk that got close, the one with the 4 arms and the shield on his back, moves back almost afraid.
The pack?
Yeah, as soon as one with the shield gets close, there's an adventurous pack next to one of the 3 skeletons. There's one of the skeletons that has this great sword that's in heavy disrepair. Like, even looking at it from here, you can tell it's not sharpened anymore. It's very dull. There's rust all over the blade. The hilt is particular. You've never seen anything like it. Like, the hilt and the grip are particular, you've never seen anything like it. And the blade itself is kind of curved. It's more of like a curved greatsword. But it's in heavy disrepair. It would do less damage. Like, if you just went and bought like a normal dagger or like a really mediocrely smithed greatsword, it would still do more damage than this thing. Though, of course, there is potential in that smiley face. Potential in fixing its smiley face. But, yeah, that's all you see. You didn't make a high enough perception check to see more into the alcove, and you kind of can't at the moment, as the angle you're at only really allows you a peek in where you can only see, like, wood. Like, a little bit of wood.
So the lurks are just patrolling the beach right now?
Yeah. After Naomi's little dog, yeah.
They're doing.
Okay. Oresha's gonna look towards Naomi and she's like, there's something about that pack. The adventurers pack, not the
Yeah.
group of lurks, the 2 lurks. No.
Something up with those 2 lurks over there. We should do something about it. 2 lurks.
Having sex.
No.
Shut up, Logan.
2 lurks
Literally
having
shut up.
sex.
No.
Legs.
Sex.
My gills. Involuntarily flex.
My gills, bruh.
Hills don't
Gosh,
flex.
I hate all of you.
Lolly.
That's the point. The sludge.
We definitely shouldn't try to fight them as of this current moment, considering how close we are to the alcove. Also, not to mention that they seem smart enough to use weapons and armor. However, they seem rather animalistic currently. Almost like they're hungry, perhaps?
Excuse me.
But for now, we shouldn't get too close. Weapon on the skeleton seems somewhat useful. Although we can't take the skeleton without alerting more lurks, so... I suppose for now we should just back off. Oresha looks at Naomi.
What you're saying? We should back off?
Yes.
Well, we should get the pack because there's something in it. Clearly, don't you think?
But we'd have to go past the lurks. And if the lurks spot us, then
Which-
we also have to get past the skeleton that's like right next to it.
Well, there's two of us. There's two lurks and a skeleton with a broken up, beaten up sword.
And if the lurks find us, those lurks will alert the other lurks that are inside.
How do we know there's more lurks?
If these lurks are smart enough to wear armor and use weapons, I'm sure they're smart enough to be able to call their allies.
Yeah, but the other lurk should have came out when the dog barked. It was kind of loud.
Well, it's just one sound.
Do I need to make more?
Preferably not.
Man, I wish I could like see through like the bird or something. What the fuck's the point of making the bird? It doesn't do anything.
Well, if they're smart enough to wear armors and use weapons, we can assume that they're somewhat intelligent enough to have groups/clans. It would be
Bro.
smart enough to set up watches.
The Lurks clan.
Yeah, Riley.
Mm-hmm.
You said there was a wooden structure in it.
You can imagine there is. You can see a bit of wood.
Would it count as a fort?
It does not.
It's not count as a fort.
Not count as a fort.
I was like, dude, I can make the samurai point at it if it is a fort. Let me know if it's a fort.
Lol.
Somehow. Listen, I just got the funny origami cantrip because I thought it would be funny.
As it currently stands, I don't think it'd be a great idea to fight these things. Simply because we don't know how many are inside,
Well, maybe we just
and how strong they are to begin with.
check how many are inside.
How would we do that?
I don't know, sneak in. I mean, I'm pretty small. I sneak into stuff a lot.
I don't think that's a great idea.
Well, we don't get paid if we don't do it.
Well, we'd get paid for killing the lurks. Like
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah,
Rid of
gotta
the
kill
entire
them.
cove.
Yeah, we gotta kill the lurks.
If we go inside, we don't know how many there are in there. And if we get spotted by one, all of them will jump on us.
So are you saying we like wait for Heinrich or like what's the plan?
Well, we came here to scout it out. We've got relatively, we have some relative knowledge on what they may or may not have. So they can use shields. We know that we will expect shields. We can also expect them to be well versed in combat, as they are able to use the shield. As you can see by the arrows still inside of it. I'm surprised that they haven't removed them. And they will likely be wearing leather armor. If they are wearing armor.
Can I try to get a better look at what the structure is inside of it, or presumed
Uh,
structure?
If you want to, you can go down the ladder. That is it's like right in front. You can go down the ladder.
I want to go part way down the ladder, so I'm not just all the way down and then try to see
yeah.
into the cave.
Make a perception check.
Wow! Yay! +2. Let's go. Fucking 8. Shit.
You can make out. It's not that bad. It ain't that bad.
Ain't that bad.
You can make out a bit of like a house, like some sort of small house or shack of sorts. The only thing you notice particularly, you haven't rolled too good so far, so I'll give you a little extra detail. You do notice there seems to be fishing equipment near what appears to be the back door of this hut or shack.
So these things know how to fish, bro. They best not know my trout location. What go on, Riley?
That's all I got. Smiley face.
Oh, you got smiley face?
Yeah.
I'm actually liking how this little painting's coming out. I hope I don't fuck it up.
No.
But that is what you
You're
see,
going to fuck up
Naomi.
right now.
Great unknown.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna go back up the ladder. It just seems to be a house with some fishing equipment. There can't be that many in there.
How large does this alcove seem to be?
It's a decent size. It's at least like 60 or 70 feet across. Like the beach is much smaller. Like if you were to go down the ladder fully, Naomi,
Be like 20 lurks in there.
if you were to go down the ladder now, Naomi, there's a little structure at the end of the ladder. It seems like there's a bit of like you can see a roof somewhat below you that the ladder leads into. You know, a room of sorts. But it's at least 60 to 70 feet across from what you can see. The beach is only like 30, like 40. It's a pretty small area. The beach is.
Oresha's gonna like stand at like the edge of the ladder,
Hey,
and just watch Naomi just in case.
How tall is the ladder?
How tall is the ladder?
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking. Yeah, that's a good good question.
Listen, I'm scheming, I'm stalking, I'm lurking where you least expect it.
You're lurking? Oh my god, you're one of them.
They're lurking.
But this ladder, it's about like
Walk outside
20,
when I don't know.
probably 20, 30 feet tall.
So if I were to push someone off of it, would they take damage?
Yes.
Can the lurks use the ladder?
You don't know that.
Do they know how to use the ladder?
You don't know that.
I'd assume the skeleton might. I don't know.
I assume all of them would know how to use a ladder.
Listen. We just fucking ladder camp them. We attract them up here. They climb up the ladder and we push them down just over and over again. 'Cause they're
Actual soul shit.
actual soul shit. Listen. It's bound to work eventually. Eventually they'll die. My logic.
Yeah, but
Not
if any of
flawed.
them rolls like a natural 20 on their on like a dex saving throw to like save themselves from falling off, some shit,
Dude,
they
they're
can just
lurks.
grab us and throw us off.
Dude, no, they're lurks. They don't have that high of dex, bro. Look at that fucker move. He's practically feral and he's running and he's walking on 3 arms.
Feral?
Just kick him over. And
Low
he'll fall.
dex?
He'll just kick him and
Low
he'll fall over.
dex.
Feral and low dex is like saying car and 2 miles per hour, bro.
Listen,
That thing
Same.
might as well be a.
listen,
big
listen,
wheel.
listen, Oresha, you're strong. Just grab them and throw them, and if they grab you, pull them back up and throw them again. It's that easy.
I'm not that strong.
You're stronger than me.
I have a +1 to strength.
I have a +0, so you're getting somewhere.
I have a +2.
Lol.
But I'm currently gonna go wrestle an alligator.
Alligators also have a +2.
So it's gonna be a fair fight.
So how far are the lurks from where we are?
They're about 40 feet away. No, actually, like 50. No, I said, yeah, no, you're 50 feet away. If you were to go down the ladder now and go into, like, the little building that it goes into and go out, you'd have to go through some pretty shallow water. Like, the water that, like, splashes against, like, a beach. You'd have to go through that, and then you'd be on the beach. And the actual entrance to this alcove would only be 5 or 10 feet away. You'd be able to, if you rolled a high enough check, or used a proper distraction, you might be able to sneak in. Might. You are level 1. I would not recommend trying some sort, but you could try it if you wanted to. It's an option.
Bro, just get some Tatternite, fill that thing up, and then blow it up with a firebolt.
So, if we were to go down the ladder, how far would we be from the skeleton?
You'd be about 60 feet away from the skeleton.
Okay, so how far away are we right now?
At the current moment, you are about 70 feet away from the skeleton and about 45 feet away from the beach.
And what about the 2 other lurks?
The 2 other lurks, you're about 50 feet away from them.
Okay.
Where they are now. They're one of them is patrolling the edges of the beach near where the ladder is, but like I said, I rolled a 7 on their perception. They did not spot you.
I
They're
could...
quite blind.
What? Maybe
throw a dagger at both of them.
like listen. First of all, we should see if they can get up the ladder, because if they can't, that's our escape plan if this fails, okay? If we try to fight them, we see if they can get up the ladder, and then if they can't, we know that we can use that to escape if they start kicking our ass. And I have a way that could attract maybe 2 or 3 of them that's not a dog. I can use thermal IG to make me 10 times louder.
Oh, their eardrums out?
Or I could, like, throw a rock at them. I don't know.
I have 2 daggers. I can just throw a dagger at one of them.
Well, no, because you might not get that dagger back. We're just gonna grab a rock.
That's fair.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a rock, and I don't know if I'm gonna hit it, because Naomi's not athletic. I don't know if I'm gonna hit, but I'm gonna grab a rock, and I'm gonna throw it at the one that's, like, on, like, all 5s, because they're on 3 arms. I'm throwing at the one that's feral, and see if he climbs up the ladder. And if he doesn't, well, then me and Oresha are fighting that one, if he gets up the ladder.
I need you to make me a dex check to try to hit. I'm not sure where you stand in dex, though.
My dex is decent, because I'm small.
The one with 3 arms is the one with 3 arms is the guy with the leather and the sword.
I got a 19!
19? You hit him.
Yay. What's he do?
He
Does he see where the rock came from?
He's gonna try to make a perception check. We'll see how that goes. These guys they're very specialized, which isn't a big problem this early on. They'll be later, so you might have to tackle situations pretty differently. They're very specialized, so the best this guy has is like a +1 to his strength.
Lol.
You guys didn't make
Heinrich
stealth
can
checks,
beat
did
it
you?
in an arm
No, we
wrestling
didn't make stealth checks.
You didn't make stealth checks. You guys want to make stealth checks now?
No, I'm not gonna make a stealth check, because he might not be able to see me.
In
In fact, if he looks at me, I'm gonna wave at him. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, he definitely sees you then.
Cool. Does he start? Does he climb the ladder?
He begins to he stands on 2 legs first and foremost, and he begins to walk towards the ladder slowly.
Oh, the beetle walking!
Does he seem like he's, like, aggressive or anything?
Does he seem aggressive? Hostile intent.
No, he definitely does. He definitely does. Like,
So he definitely wants to eat my throat out.
yeah,
He definitely just wants to tear it out.
whenever he got down on the on his 3 arms and 2 legs earlier, he sheathed his sword. But as soon as he stands up, he sheaths it, and it's clear he's still off his rocker. As he almost fails to get out of his sheath, as he, like, pulls it up wrong. And then he pulls it out, not cleanly, but he has to, like, force it through its sheath. Probably dulling a bit of the back of the blade. And he enters the little wooden structure that the ladder goes into and begins to climb up the ladder.
So he
So
straight.
Oresha
He
having
straight.
like a brow twitch as the lurk pulls it out wrong and probably dulled the blade. Just like,
Wait, so he's just straight up climbing it.
He's going very slowly. Like it's clearly taking its time.
Okay. We should probably get ready. And look, he didn't call his friends.
That's somewhat bad idea, but all right.
I guess we gotta.
draw.
I guess we
her
gotta fight this
rapier and
one.
her short sword. Then gonna have a dagger in her tail.
The
Naomi
one with
takes her katana out of her saya and readies it for
the one
battle.
with forearms does notice you guys now
Okay, so that's
and
two.
begins to move over to you.
So the 2v2.
Except for he doesn't go for the ladder. As soon as
He
he
just
gets around to
approaching the
this
wall?
structure, as soon as he gets to the little structure that ladder leads into,
Does he just fucking climb?
he climbs it.
He just climbs the.
He climbs it
the wall?
as he gets closer. You notice, which you couldn't see because perception checks last time. You notice that he has claws, but these are very wicked and they're clearly meant for climbing.
So he just
They're very.
he just like digs his claws into the rocks and just starts climbing up.
Yeah, he's climbing up the rock wall. He's going faster than the guy on the ladder.
Okay, so it's a 2v2, I guess. Yay!
Oh, Scuttling.
All I can imagine is like after this, you guys like go back up the ladder and you see the like one of the shitty little messages, and it says try ranged combat.
I like how Oresha's just wielding like 3 weapons: a short sword, a rapier, and a dagger in her tail. Pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't think command word would work on him, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick.
I don't think
to
it
Uh,
understands language.
I'll allow you guys, Rush and Naomi, I'll allow you guys to make at least one action each as they still have to get up the things.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my 2 spell slots to do a funny thing, and I'm gonna go first. So therefore, if Oresha wants to do something after, it would help. I'm gonna use guiding
Alright.
bolt on the one climbing up the rocks.
Okay.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Alright.
Plus 4.
Make a roll.
15.
15, that hits.
Sick.
I have to make a
And
strength
with
check.
guiding
for-
bolt, do I have advantage on a hit? On attack?
Oh no. Guiding...
Yo, 14 damage and
Okay, guiding
yes,
bolt does damage, and he's
It does damage,
damaging- Yeah.
and because it's now lightly glowing, any attack roll made to this creature until to the end of my next turn, it has advantage. So my next action will have advantage on if I attack.
Oresha's gonna take her tail and
How
whip
does
it
guiding bolt
downward as
describe
she
itself?
throws her
Flash or
dagger.
glance streak towards.
Yes.
Alright.
It's
Uh,
a really good spell.
Yeah.
Oresha's gonna see that opportunity and immediately take her tail and just whip it downwards as she throws the dagger that's in it towards the lurk. It's
The
climbing
one-
wall.
Okay. The lurk
The one that was
climbing
marked.
the wall tries. It does its best. Go ahead and roll to hit it. It does its best to try to hook on. It like slams one of its arms into the wall. But you notice this. Whenever it goes to slam it in, it fits too perfectly. It has done this at this exact point at some other time, and it basically just begins to fall again.
So does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit this one.
Dude, sick. Is this one not wearing any armor?
This one has the shield on its back.
Oh, so it's not actually.
It's not using the it's not using the shield.
Yeah, it's not using it.
That is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. You are dead on the money. As you moving over to ledge a little, your tail, you guide your tail, and it lets go of this dagger, propelling it a bit forward, and it lands straight into this thing's gills. And you can hear it gurgling on the way down. The guiding bolt itself already did a good bit. It actually cracked the back of the shield, causing a good chunk of it to fall out itself, and damaged one of its arms pretty heavily, going straight into its shoulder. The thing, if it didn't die from the fall damage, which even then I'd still have to roll a little bit, I'd have to roll like an acrobatics or an athletics to make sure to see if it does take it. It is dead now.
Where the fuck is my notebook?
That's a good question. Where'd you put it?
Oh, it's right there on that shelf. Black one. Yeah, because it's got my sword stats in it.
Yeah. All right. Now we roll initiative for you two. I don't see this fight taking much longer. After that, we'll switch over to Heinrich.
Whoa. I'm
Oh,
almost.
sick. A good
Oh,
roll for
oh,
one.
sick.
almost-
A 3. I rolled a natural 1, baby. Woo!
Got a
That's
20
how
on
it
my
goes,
initiative.
bro.
You got a what?
That's a
Oresha?
dirty 20 on my initiative. Let's go.
Okay. Oresha. Lurk. Naomi.
Naomi.
Oresha, it is your turn. It has made its way up the ladder, given the time you've given it, and it is ready to its sword.
Okay, so I am going to immediately just go in for a rapier strike and a short sword strike as a bonus action.
Alright.
So rapier. Fuck. That's a 9 to hit for rapier.
9 does not hit.
Then short sword. Oh, that's so much better. That's a 21 to hit for rapier.
That definitely hits.
Oh, short sword. Oh, man. Brain. And that is 9 damage. I rolled a max damage on my short sword. Let's go.
I will say, you watch as you hit it, it goes to try to block the attack, and your blade does come in contact with it, but it seems it like it missteps a little backwards and falters, and you easily pierce into its shoulder with this blade. It is still alive, though.
Blocks my rapier, and then I immediately go into the side with my short sword. Just
Yeah, it has defensive duelist, but
Oh, that's
because it's a
fine.
level 1 enemy, it's only like a +2, and you roll the dirty 20 to hit. So, wow, you wouldn't have been able to make it, or it wouldn't have been able to make it.
Joy. And with that, it is the end of my turn.
It is the Lurk's turn. It is going to try to hit you with its short sword. The meow.
It's short sword. Short sword combat.
Yeah, I don't think a 6 hits you. I'd hope it
Dude, a
doesn't.
6
No,
hits,
definitely
bro.
does not.
6 hits, dog.
All right. Yeah, that's its turn. It's Naomi's turn. I can't really do much else at the moment.
Lord.
Cool. I'm gonna hit him with my sword, my radiant sword. Is it radiant?
Is it weak? No, it's not.
It's on. Oh, it's like a fish thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna hit it with a.
Yeah, it's not the
Fuck! I fucking critical failed.
Critical failed.
Oh god, don't hit me.
Shit. This fucking sucks. bro.
Naomi, you go to hit this beast, and you're proficient with the katana. You know how it works. But we all slip up. You go to slash at it, and you don't take the proper form. You go to slash at it as if you are a person in current time who has never used a katana. And it just, like... It hits, yeah, but it doesn't do anything, and the Lurk is going to try to grab your blade.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it'll burn you, pussy.
Doesn't work.
I don't have to make it straight. I don't have to make a check against it.
I mean, you can if you want, but I don't know if you're gonna lose to, like, if you lose to a 2, Garrett, I'll be so upset.
Okay, yeah, I won. I got an 11.
Okay.
I can't believe I got 2 nat 1s in a row. What the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah, the Lurk is not able to grab your blade. As it does, it's clear it's still not back up to, like your radiance is still, like, you'd estimate you're still at 50%. So you're, like, you know, basically what your operating functional would be, you know, before you actually would try to do any normal attacks. Your blade still isn't quite up there, as it is dependent on a bit of this life source, so your blade doesn't do any radiance. But it does for a moment, as it tries to grab with one of its hands. A hand that has some boils over it. It, like, the blade just touching it, a little bit of radiance strikes out and pops one of the boils on it, and it is forced to not try again.
Yeah.
It is now Oresha's turn. Top
That's
of
it for my
combat.
turn.
Awesome.
I don't have any bonus actions.
I'm gonna try and hit it again with my rapier and short sword.
All right.
Just attack rapier.
If you hit a 12, you will hit it.
Oh, that's a 16.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Then I'm just gonna roll damage. I'm just gonna roll damage for the rapier. Awesome, max damage. Cool. 11 damage.
11. You don't have to hit your next attack, since it's like faltered back a little bit from one of the boils being popped by radiance on its hand. You get an easy strike in, and you go straight for the head. Not quite severing it. You don't have enough force and impact to sever it, but you have to like physically pull your blade out of its neck. As it like you have to pull it out of its neck, and the body just drops. You could feel the weight of like dead weight as you pull the blade out, and the lurks are dead. The skeleton hasn't moved. He's just guarding that pack. It doesn't seem to care. We don't care. We don't care. And for now, we will switch over to our good friend Heinrich.
Nice.
Is that 55?
Hi, everybody.
Hi. You had to go a bit out of town to get where you needed to be. You had to go. There is swampy area around. Like, oh, I should mention. I'm gonna go ahead and give this to you guys because I was gonna have you buy it, but I didn't do it last time. Everyone has a map of the local area. It's
right. I forgot to actually say that I was gonna buy that.
Yeah, you mentioned your map of Andrus, like a big map of that continent that you had, and I was like, my brain was like, oh yeah, I should probably give them like a map of local area. The map you're given though is not full. There's about 2 other bits of it missing. But it seems to be the local area going into the woods, and in case of Heinrich, who also has a copy of this map, all of you are given one each. He has to go to the center and then head northwest to get to a somewhat swampy area, where my good friend Heinrich, I would ask you to make a perception check.
Hold on a second.
Still holding on.
This game is actually alt-tab friendly, so I can just, get out. Hold on a second. Cleric doors. I'm sorry, I forgot to
you're
open up
fine.
D&D Beyond. Load, damn it. Okay, perception. What is that? Perform. There it is. That's a 14.
All right, 14. Given that you were in basically off-brand Germany, or Dresric territory, you don't really know much about swamps or being in them. You're more used to hot, muddy summers, just like horrible winters, and the great, large forests, mountains, and even canyons and such that you have gotten used to at home. So a swamp is very foreign to you. You can sort of tell, as you get closer to what appears to be this big, somewhat sized pond area, you can make out what appears to be an abandoned fishing shack, like on the other side of this pond. You can see that there are 4 logs in this pond. Each one is covered in moss, and 2 of them look rather, like, off, basically. They don't look like, like the moss is, like, different, or, like, in a different sort of pattern.
The moss is growing. Alright, well, seeing as alligators love, it was an alligator or crocodile, I forget.
It is an alligator. I might have said crocodile. I don't care anymore.
Well, alligators like lakes or small little ponds, so he's gonna try to look for, or from whatever he's been told with stories, alligators in swamps.
Yeah. Yeah, you are at this pond. You can make out these 2 you make out there's 4 logs, but 2 of them do seem to be very different looking. So you could also check the fishing shack that's on the other side of the pond. It's not too far out. It'd be like, I don't know, like a 10-second walk if you wanted to. If you wanted to check that out for any clues or anything of that sort.
Sure. I guess I'll go into the shop.
Alright. It's a small fishing hut. There's a little dock, very creakily made, like decayed and both probably not well put together dock that binds it. That leads a little bit into the pond. There's some older fishing gear that's been left over. But as you actually enter this hut, it seems to have been somewhat recently lived in. You can see a pot that has some water in it, probably to let any hard things in it that are hard little stains in it, just get out, or make them easier to get out. You see a bed that is rather messy and is somewhat small. You'd say it's probably of like halfling, maybe goblin. So it's not very big. And you can make out some personal belongings, some clothing, some spoiled by the humidity letters that have been opened, and what appears to be some sort of small cage for an animal of some sort. But whoever lived here does not seem to be home at the moment.
Oh, so it actually looks like someone lives here, but not at the moment right now.
Yeah, they're out or something, you can imagine. Although I will say, the dock seems in more disrepair than the hut and the inside of the hut. Or shack. Hut, shack, either one works.
Well, he's gonna kind of look to the small cage.
It appears to be something you could store, like a dog or something. Actually, like a pretty decent-sized dog, though it does have some interesting features or appearances to it. The cage itself is, it's very much like an actual... It appears to be like an actual, fishing cage that you catch fish in that's been modified, and extra wood has been added on to make it work with a dog. There's a proper lock system that seems to be locked, not by a key, but by, a small square of sorts, maybe a gem. And there is a little... how to describe it? There appears to be, as you get closer and, touch the actual bits of the cage, where you can see through... the actual, chain links for the stuff. You touch it, and, a small wall appears, a small wall of magic. But it's this sort of odd, orangish, scarlet color to it. As if it would be blocking something in. Or keeping whatever, so something couldn't escape the cage through those ways. The door of it is unlocked, but go on.
Most possibly something... small but yet feral, like an alligator.
Small but yet feral, and you describe an alligator?
Yeah, you said small.
Well, small alligators exist,
Yeah, but they look silly. I would never make them.
Alligator?
I would never make them fucked up. They look really silly. I would make them fucked up just to fuck with people. But regardless, the door of it is open. You think you're what?
I think I'm done with this little thing.
All right.
You might have to do a little bit of cropping because some of the game might. Actually, you know what? No. Here we go. Perfect.
Back what I miss.
You're good. You didn't miss anything too much. I was just grabbing a little cage.
Oh god.
You can post in the character art if you wish.
I will.
Oh my god, my pencil.
Is there any trail? Okay, does this little cage seem to be forced open?
A little bit. The actual lock system is kind of dented, and you can tell it's shoddily made, but it also does appear to be damaged, a bit. And on some of the wood, you see this sort of odd scarlet, liquid.
So this thing must have tried to gnaw at the lock. Is there a trail leading from the tiny little thing, from the cage to outside or something like that?
There is not. There's the door you entered through. There's a side door that leads to what you can, whenever you peer through, see a small garden of the local botanicals.
You might wanna mark out the screenshot, the watermark.
What?
At the bottom? Okay, at the bottom right. There is a watermark for such art. You might want to
Oh,
crop it out.
little alligator. Let me download that image and throw it on the recording overlay.
Just an alligator in a pond.
Yeah, that is it, guys. This is the fan art for this session. We finally got fan art, guys. Yeah, download.
Him, the tiny gator.
The little man.
The little man.
Photo4.jpg. Oh, that game makes them into JPEGs. That's fucking awesome. That is actually good. My art app does not make my things into JPEGs. It makes them into PNGs, which isn't that bad.
All it does is just does a Steam screenshot, and Steam uses JPEG screenshots, not PNGs.
Did I just crop the wrong thing?
All you gotta do is like bring the bottom up a little bit.
Oh no, I just have to like, I still have the original. I'm just gonna work with the original, whatchamacallit. Oh my god, my brain is actually not working. I still have the thing from the last recording we did, the Nellwood sign. I need to post that in character art if I haven't. That's just gonna be the recording bit for the next couple episodes, depending on how long you guys are in Nellwood for. But the alligator is on screen.
Alligator.
The alligator smiley face.
Well, kind of seeing that this little place either is... Are there any other cages, like small other cages to contain other little animals, such as, you know...
There's one that appeared... There's a bird cage, but it's empty. Like, it's
for snakes.
It's closed and empty.
Probably for snakes.
Yeah, probably.
Heinrich is going to kind of just look around. He's gonna like try to see if there's any pond nearby, like outside of the hut, maybe nearby.
Yeah, there is. You came upon a pond, Eric. You came upon a pond, and the shark was on the other side. Whenever you leave the hut out from this like this front door, it leads straight out into this little, what do you call it? Oh my god, my brain. This little dock that's been made. It's weathered by time, but it also doesn't seem to be put together, like, it doesn't seem like it was put together too well anyways. And it leads a little bit into the pond, but not too much, you know. And there's some leftover, what appears to be older fishing equipment and such with it. Like at the end of it, and a pail of sorts that has, whenever you look through the pail, it's like old meat that's like been rotted and such.
Old meat. Maybe I could try to bait out the alligator.
Mayhaps.
He's gonna He's gonna think for a second, kind of pick up the pail, and then like kind of dump it onto the side of the pond, and then kind of just sit and wait, trying to observe something.
Alright. The two logs that you noticed, because I said there's 4 logs. The 2 logs that you had noticed, out of the 4 that looked odd, both of them begin to move towards this meat, but but slowly.
They're not logs. Can I make a perception check to see what these things are?
Go ahead, yes.
Alright. I got a 19.
19, alright. So here's where I troll you. You can tell that they're both alligators. However, they're clearly not logs. Looking at them, you notice both kind of flicker slightly. And here's the puzzle here. One of them is a false image of an alligator, or a false manifestation. The other one is the real alligator. However, you cannot tell which, like, off the top. You can't tell which, like, off the top of your head, even with that good a roll. You can make an Arcana if you want, or you could wait till they go for this meat.
He's gonna see, okay, since it's a false manifestation, or one of them is not clearly the right one, the right one will go for the meat because the other one can't then eat it. Because, false manifestation.
The Mao, he's right, bro.
Mhm.
He's gonna kind of sit by, kind of lurk. Can I make a sneak check to make sure these things don't see me?
Yeah, make a stealth check. Stealth, smiley
Fuck,
face.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. I mean, they notice you, but it's not really, like, that big of an issue, it seems. They yeah, they notice you, but they just kind of ignore you. They don't really seem to care.
Alright. Is the false manifestation mimicking the other? Or is it just, like, going off on its own accord?
That's what you can imagine. That they're not in sync perfectly. They do sway a bit. Both sway a bit differently. But given your unfamiliarity with the animals, unless you want to try to make a nature check, given your unfamiliarity with a crocodile, actually, I'd go as far to say is that to a degree you might understand crocodiles as more of a, like, they exist. Like, even back home, they, like, exist in other places.
Only seen them in, like, drawings and stories.
Yeah, you definitely, given you're a warrior, so you've probably fought some giants and odd creatures and supernatural shit on occasion, you'd understand that most, like, your knowledge of them would either be, oh yeah, they're normal creatures and you shouldn't mess with them, or these things are fucking huge and can destroy ships and small boats and such, and that sort.
May be true for some things, like
Yeah.
saltwater crocodiles.
Yeah.
Which those things are fucking huge.
Yeah, you can make a nature check to try to decipher, even with your little knowledge of alligators and your area around you, you can still try to make a nature check to try to see if you notice anything inherently off.
I got a -1 to. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna roll it. It doesn't hurt. I got a 5.
I mean they're definitely moving. You don't
They're
really,
moving.
They're moving, but you don't know enough about, like. One, you don't really know enough about mimicry magic, and you just don't know alligators that well. I mean, maybe if you took them to a bar and got them a drink and had a nice long afternoon talking to them, getting to know them, you'd know them.
Oh man, I just thought of a better plan than what I did.
Well,
I can't do it now.
oh, you can't do it now? Okay.
Unless I find more rotting meat.
You could look inside the shack if you want to find more.
Alright, he's gonna do that, immediately thinking of a new plan.
Alright.
Is there by any chance like a boat hook? Like something to hook a boat to something?
There was a book, oh my god, not a book. There was a boat near the house, but it was very damaged. Shoddily put together.
Just fish that
No,
fucker.
a boat hook. Like a hook to hook on a boat.
But yeah, there is a boat hook.
Time to make a giant fishing bait thing.
And there does appear to be some leftover meat that's being kept in a magically, a very common, like, magic that even people who aren't magically inclined can really do, or buy, like, really, like, small rings or runes for. But there appears to be a small, like, ice chest that has some leftover cooked meat.
He's gonna put a combination of rotting and cooked meat on there, on the boat hook, and he's gonna kind of toss it. Knowing probably he's been in there for like a little bit, the rotting meat on the side probably already gone.
Yeah, the alligators have got at it. Both of them. One coming from one side and the other coming from the other side, just like
Oh.
kind. Yeah, just nom nom.
He's gonna try to do some like rope fishing by putting the hook in the water, and if he feels a tug, he's gonna try to rip it out the water.
All right. As you begin to wait patiently and slowly, you do feel a tug as one of them has been down. Make me a strength check.
Alright. I got an 18.
I have to check something.
Awesome rope fishing.
Yeah, bro.
This
This
is
is gonna
something
turn.
you tell
This is
Heinrich
gonna turn into
Silver.
that scene of like Yakuza where he just rips the fish out of the water, and it's like a megalodon.
Bro, I can... Bro. I don't know why.
You don't know why?
Heinrich using just rope fishing, and it's just like...
Mhm.
Hold on, let
You
me.
just see the alligator
Go on,
flying out of the
Riley,
water,
so- what
doing
were you
like
saying?
an entire flip over Heinrich and just landing on its back.
Does it not work, Riley? Give me
It
clues.
is. It seems overtly easy as you begin to pull this, like pull after the tug, and you pull up what appears to be an alligator. However, it is shimmering. The other log just kind of watches the one you've pulled up. This is the fake one.
He's gonna
Stomp it. Stomp it.
yeah stomp on it until it be. Nah, he's not gonna stomp on it. He's probably gonna toss it off to the side.
Alright. As soon as you let it back into the water, it just kind of like syncs up again with the other one. And you do notice, as you pulled up the shimmering one, it appears to you, you know, given you've seen the form proper, so the magic hasn't worn off, but you know, the spell revealed. The one that is shimmering, you now see it shimmers a lot more, and it's a hell of a lot more obvious. Which one is the, you know...
Fake one. So I gotta
Yeah.
make sure I want to get the real one, not the fake one.
Yeah.
So I have to try to
Yes,
do
go
this
into
weird
water with
situation
both
where I
of
have to lead the bait to the real one, but the fake one has to not get it.
Yeah, the bait was not eaten by the fake one. You could see it, like, going into, like... You could almost see it trying to actually eat the meat, but it wasn't actually doing anything to it. It was just kind of passing through it. Though it is pretty convincing. Like, if you were to, like, take this thing and, like, put a big rock in its mouth, it wouldn't be...
Well, if this
like,
alligator is able to cast magic, it must be very intelligent.
Or it might just be some magical. Oh my god! I just thought of it. Is this the alligator that's immortal?
this is not the immortal alligator. I am sorry.
Okay. Oh man. That
You
would-
will
would
run
be so
you
funny.
will run across stuff like that. You'll probably run across the immortal alligator at some point. My
He's
favorite.
gonna
immortal-
he's gonna
Alligator.
try to bait the real one. This time tossing it more closer to the real one.
All right, roll a. Actually, yeah, no, roll another strength check.
All right. Fuckity fuck. I got a 5.
5. All right, let me roll for it. I got a nat 20.
Oh, I
Bruh.
wasn't gonna win either way.
So you know the bit where Leon in Resident Evil 4 gets pulled into the water?
Oh yeah, like as if you're like shooting the water too many times and then the
Yeah.
just go-
It fights against the rod and the rope, and you are pulled into the water as your grip lets go. It's not a deep pond. Actually, whenever you look into the water, the middle of it seems a hell of a lot deeper than any pond like should be. But you can see the false alligator and the real one. The real one is greener and is not shimmering, but has these sort of odd, like... How to describe it? Yellow, like the pupil or the iris is yellow, but the pupil is like orange, with varying degrees of orange, and it almost has like a flame motion as it looks to you. It doesn't attack you though, and in fact, as you go to like gasp for air, you don't seem to need it. You are forcefully uprighted, like into where you'd be walking normally, as this alligator just stares at you. And it opens its mouth, the magical one also opening its mouth, but the sound coming through the magical one. What bring ye here?
Oh. Wait, can I talk in the water?
Yeah, you can talk in the water.
Oh, why am I not dying in this water?
You have entered my habitat, and you have not tried to harm me. So I grant thee audience.
Alright. This is very, very weird.
I can imagine.
Pardon me
Yes.
if the hook might have hurt. I did not understand. I did not know that you are a smart alligator.
It is fine. Do not worry.
I'm trying to bring you back to your owner.
Then I
Apparently.
assume you saw the listing that was posted on that infernal board. Ugh.
Yes, may I ask why do you have such grief for the board?
Ah, That board has haunted me since the day I was dragged to this infernal town. Do you know how a dog sees something magical, a ghost, a spirit, an evil entity, and barks at it, but the human does not understand what it is barking at?
Sort of, in a way. We have stories of... We believe cats and dogs can have magical sights other than humans.
Some of them can. I see that board, and it gives me this horrible feeling. All throughout that town, all throughout the other side of town as well. That board, I don't think it is right, but I could not prove it. And it gave me a constant headache, so I left.
Oh, you don't like the town because they dragged you here against their own will.
Partially, yes.
But, I'm kinda... I don't want to sound like I'm going to drag you back to the town, but I am kinda desperate for money. So I have a proposition. If you may.
I
you
am
can
interested.
So, since you can make copies of yourself, how about I try to bring one of those copies back to the town and say that I got the alligator? And you can be left be in your habitat.
Unfortunately, my mirror, the alligator looks to the false one, cannot leave a certain range. And unfortunately, I would have to accompany it for it to stay active and working then.
Alright then.
Although, if you could, the false alligator slowly begins to disappear, and the intelligent alligator begins to, like, upchuck something. It appears to be a ball of some sort of goo, but whenever you touch it, it is, it feels like a mix of, like one part of it feels like steel, the other part feels like glass. If you were to venture to the end of this well, and find, or, well, depending on how it goes with that sort, find the mark of Al, or as your kind would pronounce it, even though that is not what we are called. It is not what we are called. If you were to find the mark of Al of Gator, it kind of looks over to the middle of this pond. The pond is like perfectly a circle, and it only gets deeper and deeper and deeper, like sloping, as you get like more toward, like whenever you look towards the middle, and you can see a decent sized hole just in the direct middle of this pond. If you were to venture through there and find the mark of the Al of Gator, you could turn this thing, I'm not sure what it's called, I simply stole it from my original master. You could simply turn it into my form, same as ever, without the intelligence. And it would work as what you would be looking for. However, I do warn you, the creatures in that pit are not quite too friendly.
By any chance would they be a look?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's it.
Alright then, I'll see what I can do down there. Is it a kind of... By the way, do I move like I am in water, or am I on the ground?
You, as soon as you, the more deeper you get, you're forced to move like you're in water. You can still, breathe. You can still breathe, though.
He's gonna kind of... I'm gonna guess I float down, technically.
Yeah, kinda.
So it's like Featherfall kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna do so.
All right.
It's that one video. Okay, you know the video of the guy doing the belly flop into the very deep, like
Yeah.
That's just Heinrich.
But yeah, you get to where this well begins to go in, and it is, you could easily fit a Goliath through this hole.
Oh.
So you can get through.
Sand, rock, sand. He's gonna be kind of talking to himself as he's kind of slowly floating on his way down.
As soon as you get close enough, you are sucked through this hole, and you are deposited with a hard. Just imagine a. My mic picked that up. You didn't, because Discord noise compression good. Like a, kind of a, thump sound effect as you are dropped into what appears to be a small little cavernous area.
Filled with water?
No, it is like you look up, and you can see where the water ends, like in the hole. To where
so
like
it's
it's
magically sealed off. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of stand up. Is it dark in this place?
Where you are now, it is dark, but you can see a bit of light in the distance, probably 20-30 feet away.
Oh shit! I don't have. I thought I had the.
You don't have dark vision. Or you also
No,
do you not have a, what do you call it, like a light, like a torch?
That would be in my adventurer pack, actually. Yeah.
If you have an adventurous pack, then you are free to light a torch.
Equipment, backpack, yep, bedroll, rope, tinderbox, and torch. He is going to kind of pull out a torch, and then kind of the small tinderbox, aka matchbox, light one, and then just kind of wait for the flame to get bright enough.
All right, it gets bright enough in a couple seconds.
All right, he's gonna kind of start walking across this cavern, trying to make sure he doesn't fall into any ditch or small crevice that could break his leg.
Yeah. Make me a perception check, if you will.
I will. I got a 4, baby!
I'll allow you to reroll it, since you've had some pretty dog shit rolls in the last couple of minutes.
That's a 15. That's better. 15.
15. Something feels off. Like, you feel like you're being, like, watched, and, like, there's, like, wet dripping sounds, because even if it is, like, the water's still sealed, it's still a very humid, probably decently hot, swamp cavern. Wet. A moist cavern.
Moist.
But you feel
Like your
something's
mother.
off. Like, occasionally within, like the sounds of droplets, you swear you can hear more than a droplet sometimes.
Like a skitter.
Yeah, something of that sort, and you feel like you're being watched.
Heinrich is gonna draw his war pick.
Nothing's...
Kinda making sure he's armed for the situation.
Yeah. Nothing seems to respond to that.
He's gonna follow along the walls and try to see if he can find the mark of alligator or wherever the fuck he said.
Alligator.
Alligator.
Find it for me.
I need the mark of crocodile.
I love the mark of crocodile.
You follow the walls, and as you make your way through, it gets more humid and more hot. And you are met with what appears to be the arch of an entrance into somewhere, and there's a bit of like fog covering it. You don't know what is on the other side of this.
Oh my god! I have a theory.
You have a theory?
The mark of alligator is being the creatures down here are crocodiles.
That'd be very funny.
That would be funny.
That would be pretty funny.
It's just a theory. I have to know what these things are until I get into a fight with them. Well, he's going to kind of start heading towards these broken arches or whatever.
Hmm. Like I
Or
said,
entrance.
there is fog covering like the actual entrance of it, so you don't know what is on the other side. This is not me emulating a fog wall in like the same way. There's not a boss behind it. I can tell you there's not a boss behind that shit. But
I
would you
wasn't
like
anticipating-
to step through the fog wall?
Is it like one or is it not like one?
It's like one. Like if you open Dark Souls and saw a fog wall, yeah, it's like that.
Oh, I kind of thought it was just a whole like a arched doorway with fog rolling out of it, not an actual fog wall. Heinrich is gonna kind of stick his hand in there.
Your hand goes through. You don't get bit or anything.
Is it like Dark Souls situation where you stick the hand through and then you're pulled in?
You can pull your hand out if you wish. You're not like forced through.
Because I know in some Dark Souls games there's the animation where they stick the hand and then they're pulled.
Yeah.
Heinrich is gonna kind of feel a little bit antsy and then kind of step through.
All
Now
right.
you got the firewall behind me. Now I can't leave.
As you step through, you see the area before you is what appears to be an oasis of sorts. It's not as humid or as hot. It feels like you feel comforted just being in this oasis. And you see
Oasis.
oasis.
Go on.
But you feel comforted being in here. It's comforting. There seems to be like a light, like almost harp. Like, it sounds as if someone is actually like playing something on like some sort of instrument.
Like a harmonizing hum inside the area?
Yeah,
Or is it
sorta.
like the sound of an actual instrument?
It's like the sound of an actual instrument.
Okay, so I thought it was like the wind in the tunnels kind of whistling around. Ooh, you kind of think.
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of make his way. Is this oasis lit up or is it?
It
like,
is
still
lit
in
up,
dark?
and it appears to be lived in. As you see, believe it or not, there is a rather large serpent in the somewhat smaller pond of this oasis that it doesn't seem to fit fully and almost covers like the top of it. It pays you no mind as it's almost like it looks like it's made of stone. It pays you no mind as gathered around it are what appear to be it's an odd mix of different reptiles. There are crocodiles. There are
there
lizards.
amphibians as well?
There are unfortunately no amphibians. There's
Oh,
a singular there is a singular frog.
Yes!
Yes! Let's go!
There is a singular there is a
a
singular frog. You see this frog when you look to your left, and there is a big ass just like big leaf and stem, and the frog is on the leaf just like watching you. In fact, that's the feeling you were like getting earlier, is this frog watching you.
He's gonna try to approach the serpent, try to make sure he doesn't look as threatening as possible.
I imagine you put away your war pick for this.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of sheath it.
All of the reptiles look at you before the ones that would be in your way begin to part as you walk up to this serpent, and it stares down at you. And
Oh, it's bigger than me. Okay.
it is at least like 13 foot tall. The actual like the roof is incredibly fucking huge, like really tall. And you do see some inscribings on it. You can't read what it says, as you unfortunately don't speak what appears to be a weird mixture. You've heard of it before. Like, you've heard of animals having their own proper languages, because this appears to be snake and some other aspects of reptilian. They document something, and there's some images, but you can't really get any meaning from them. They don't mean much to you, basically. You can't really tell what they mean. But the serpent begins to... the serpent, like, flicks... Like, it has hands. It flicks one of its hands to the side. And out of the other... from the right, comes out a small goblin. About maybe 3'5", dressed in this cloak. They look incredibly old, and looking at their eyes,
Come on.
the wrinkles on them look like they're like, you know, like the insides of a tree. They're really fucking old, and like the bags under their eyes go almost down to like their mouth.
Riley, tell me, is this who I think it is?
This is not Dale. I'm so sorry.
No!
You'll get
Aw,
Dale
man.
later. This is a different character. I'll go post their art because I did art for them. Smiley face.
Oh, the art. Oh,
Uh,
man, I want...
Go on.
Do any of you by any chance speak common English?
The goblin is running around. Actually, like it's it's hurrying over. The goblin looks at you, staring up at you as you are like a monolith. Like you're looking at the serpent. The serpent is huge in your perspective. That is this goblin's perspective of you. You are the serpent, and the goblin is you in this situation. Where like looking up, and the goblin clears its throat. It seems to be trying to find its voice for a moment. It's clear it hasn't like spoken in a bit. I'm also trying to figure out what voice I originally gave this character. God damn it. The goblin clears its throat and says, hello, tall one. How have you stumbled upon our sanctuary?
He kind of points up towards like the roof. Your friend, or I don't know if you're friends or not, alligator kind of helped me down here.
The alligator? The foolish one. Just let everyone into the sanctuary. That will get us hurt.
Believe me, I'm not here to hurt anyone.
I'm here to kill you.
Then I assume you're after the mark of Gator.
Yes, I
can't do this. No.
Garrett has lost his mind.
Riley's
He is
going
lost.
fucking crazy.
I haven't. I haven't.
Riley's going crazy. The Elden Ring's gotten to him.
No, the alligator.
Yes.
Alligator.
I'm gonna guess I'm not the first one.
No. But you're the... God, I don't know why that gets you in such a giggle.
Riley, here's an easy solution. Kill Garrett so he stops
I
giggling.
could just kill Garrett. It actually would be super
right,
easy.
guy.
He's distracted. He's playing a video game. But the... oh my god, my brain. Holy shit. Okay.
Goblin.
This goblin...
No,
there we
is that
go.
him? Oh,
Yeah. You're the first one who hasn't tried to, like, harm us. One didn't try to harm us, but as soon as we, you know, just didn't really... We don't have the mark. It's, well... How to describe this? It's in a bit of a weird place right now.
Oh. Did you by any chance put it on the top of the shelf and you can't reach it now?
No. I have a step stool for that. No. You see, a while ago we had to get rid of some unsavory fellows who were losing their minds a little bit. And they were taking these odd forms. One of them had pincers or something. They were turning into, like, insects or something. That was, like, 40 years ago, I think. And they ran off with the mark of alligator. And now it's just kind of... this little goblin moves to, like, walks around, motion for you to follow, walks around the
Follows.
serpent, and like points to like the other end of this oasis sanctuary, and points to what appears to be like another one of these weird gates, these weird fog gates. They went through there, and we shielded up to the best of our ability as they were becoming hostile, and we haven't seen them since. 40 years, I think. 50? I don't know. I'm losing track of time. I'm so old.
May I ask why these creatures have lost their minds?
We don't know. They came back from helping some people who were stranded on a little alcove thing, and they started losing their minds. I'm not sure what it was.
May I ask, were they saying anything about infernal or anything along those lines?
No, they didn't really talk to us after they started losing it. They just talked to each other a lot.
Well, if you mind me saying this, I might want to keep an eye on your alligator friend up there. He's been up there for a while, and I don't know if he might be insane to your standards or not.
No, he's fine. You know, after... You know, that's why we don't get much visitors for the sanctuary. We shut off a lot of the roots in, as one day he was just gone. And,
You should have just wrangled the alligator. This is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of pocket.
This is getting out of pocket.
So he should be fine. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in like 100 years, I think. I don't know.
You old ass bitch.
Well, thank you for pointing me in the right direction. If I don't come back, just know, you probably know what happened to me.
Yes. I'm the one lost to the times.
Well, hopefully I'll see you again, coming by again.
Actually, if you come across a very odd-looking dog that seems to have this weird, like, scarlet stuff, that, like, leaks from it on occasion, be wary of its owner.
That is not a cat.
That is not a cat!
I can't do myself
It
thing.
is not.
This is in fact not a cat.
It's like the Happy Farm situation with the dogs. Yeah, you can pet them, but just don't.
You can pet him.
Dog that leaks scarlet droppings from its mouth.
Scarlet rot dog?
Scarlet rot dog.
Scarlet rot,
dog.
comma, dog. Dog spelled D-A-W-G.
Scarlet rot dog. When the scarlet rot hits.
That scarlet rot hit.
Well, I'll be sure to look out for the dog and its owner.
Yes. Now get along. You have to get the mark from them, and I don't know, probably give it to well, he is an alligator, but he goes by the name of he took a surface dweller name, Geoff. Kind of sucks.
I thought you were gonna say Gop for a second. I was like, that's fucking Gop. It's Gop.
Don't worry, Gop is. This is not the don't worry, Gop still has his brain in this current time. He's normal.
It's not to the point of I go into the shop, hand him the frog, and he's like, frog.
Gop just Germans the frog.
He'll just look at the
He
frog
sees
and be
it
like,
and
what is
goes,
this? What is this?
Mayhaps.
Will then. I'll be on my way then.
Hey,
He's gonna kind of walk through the fog.
Graphics so crazy, dog.
Into the fog he goes.
So, hey, Oresha, Naomi, you guys watch as the alcove is filled with fog for a moment before it dissipates.
Oh, fuck.
We're in the same spot. We're in the same place now.
Yeah.
Fucking suck. I hate you.
Fucking suck, I hate you. Shut up, bitch. You decided to be here.
And I regret it every day.
You're molding because you didn't get to talk to the senile fucking goblin.
He was so
You didn't get to talk to the Fiechter bitch.
Dude,
he was so cool though.
But my good friend Heinrich, you have come out again on the Swoggle, and you are. I'm coming out of my cage, and I'm doing just fine. But you come out of this fog wall, and you are met with what appears to be a small homestead with a pond. Not really a pond.
Really bad with Big Mom. I'm already killing Big Mom.
It's more how to describe it. It's less of a it's like a dried up like pond bed next to this decent sized shack with 2 floors that almost reaches the top of this alcove. You wouldn't be able to add another floor to it without outright having to break rock above. And you see plenty of fishing gear. You see chests that have been opened and scrambled through. And you see what appears to be a dead lurk. But this one is old and rotted.
Oh. I'm gonna guess this ain't the place to be knocking on the door and asking people.
Yeah, probably not.
Think that there is an actual house in this place. You know, like the other place before, it had houses for the respected animal. Does this place look like it would house a human?
This place is very human, yes. This design is very human.
So this is probably where the owner lives, or the quote owner of the dog lives. There's the decrepit one, or whatever this said.
The dog.
Know what the dog doing?
There's one dog in this room.
He's gonna kind of.
My dog.
Is there any other, parts of this small little cavern?
There appears to be a shed to your left. The home is in the middle. There's a shed to the left. There's a small path to that shed. There's a small garden outside the shed that's a little overgrown on the sides. So you probably wouldn't be able to look through any windows if there are any windows on that shed.
It's a survival horror game, bro.
But whenever you look out, you can see what appears to be a small beach and a skeleton wielding a greatsword. By another skeleton and an adventurous pack that has something trying to something not sticking out of the top, but it's pressing against. Garrett looks so fucking done with me right now.
We're in the same
Oh
spot.
my god,
You're-
I came out
you're at
onto
the
the
fucking
side where they
alcove.
are.
You're exactly where we are right now.
When I said I was gonna steal from Dark Souls, I meant the root design, baby.
You fucking suck. You're not
Heinrich
fun.
is going to be like. Heinrich's gonna look around, look at the skeletons. Ah, well. A small fight should do, but it ain't gonna be too hard. 2 skeletons,
No.
The
The skeleton with the greatsword that's standing up. The 2 skeletons are completely unmoving. They're they're very dead. The skeleton notices you but doesn't seem to care. He doesn't try to fight you. And you're about 40 feet away from the skeleton. You're a little bit out, a little out of the way.
You think we should do the skeleton?
You think you 2 should beat the skeleton?
I think I should do the skeleton. There's clearly a rush too much of a pussy to do it.
Heinrich is going to kind of walk up to the skeleton.
Thanks, Doug.
Does it take a defensive stance when I get closer?
Are you going to the left or to the right of it? The left of it is the adventurer's pack, and the right is one of the motionless skeletons.
He's gonna kind of walk to the front of it, go straight towards it.
It doesn't seem to. No, it's just it turns you and it looks, but it doesn't do anything. It just.
How far am I technically in feet?
You guys can see Heinrich now.
Resh is gonna look at Heinrich, just how the hell did he get here? What was that fog about?
See, you were right
Heinrich
about
is
what
going to
alerts he
kinda-
was in the building.
Heinrich's gonna kind of wave his hand in front of the skeleton. How far is he from the skeleton?
If you're getting up close to him now, you'd be 10 or 10 feet away.
Resh
Heinrich
is
is
gonna
going
make
to
her way
kind of.
up to the skeleton as well.
Heinrich is going to like, in a very confused manner, kind of put out his hand to, like, shake hands or something. See if it, like, tries to respond in any way.
The skeleton stares at you, moves its greatsword to the side a little, and you watch as it regurgitates, almost pulling something from within an invisible body. Regurgitates an eye, and just it lands in your hand. It is slimy, and the eye itself has
You made a friend.
you made a yeah. I remember when that happened to me at recess.
Yeah.
Pretty normal.
Dude, my friend Isaac give me this all the time.
Bro, I love it when my I hate it when my sludge friend that regurgitates an eye in my hand at recess. All the friends make fun of me.
The eye is a completely white, pupil, and the iris is blue. Though, like, whenever
Is
you
this
like
the mark
grab
of
it,
alligator?
this is not the mark of alligator. You probably
This is an eyeball.
this is an eyeball. This is not the mark of alligator.
Well, you never know.
This is an eyeball, you idiot.
But the eye, but if you try to squeeze it, it just feels hard though. Like it's slimy.
Glass eye.
It's disgusting. Yeah, it's something to that effect. 3 Luffy's appear? What the hell?
Yeah.
That's a lot of Luffy. That's
They're
too
fake.
much
They're
Luffy.
fake, Luffy's. They're fake. They're
No.
fake.
Heinrich's gonna
No.
kind of look to the other people. This tank just spat a fucking eye
Oh
in my
no,
hand.
you can't. You have to look up to see them. Like whenever
Oh,
you like
okay, I
run
thought
Oresha's
you
around.
making her way over. Oresha's
Oh
making her way
yeah.
over.
You spot Oresha, who's like trotting through a bit of shallow water over to you.
He's gonna kind of look over to the thing, just spat a fucking eye in my hand.
How did you get here?
Over there, kind of points to the small archway.
The archway isn't there. In fact, you just point at a normal rock wall.
What? Okay, magic, but I came through there. Seeing as this is probably the only entrance that you can see, I did. You gotta take my word. I went through there. Believe me.
Well, you definitely
See,
did appear out
You
of
were
too much
worried
thin
about
air.
lurks when all that was in there was Heinrich.
That's worse than lurks, bro.
But even in what?
Okay.
He's gonna look up at
So-
Naomi. In what? What lurks?
Oh yeah, I should actually. Yeah, no, because you guys are down there. The bodies of actually, you can see a lurk. That's Okay, so I will describe this better because you guys are on like the beach now proper. There's the bit you were overlooking, like the scout's nest, as I'll call it, and there's the ladder that goes down. There is like a small wooden structure near the bottom of that ladder that you go into, and there's a little bit. There's a skeleton or two there, but they don't move. Obviously, they're actually dead. One of them seemed to die praying. You can see on the top of this wooden structure, Heinrich, and you guys saw it whenever you guys went down the ladder, is the body of the one that was climbing up the wall, and he has a dagger, like, in his throat. If you want to retrieve that dagger, you can, Oresha.
Yeah, Oresha's just gonna take her tail and wrap it around the dagger and pull it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess these are what the lurks look like.
They seem to have varying extra limbs.
Are these the creatures that the serpent, the goblin thing told me to be wary of? Oh right, I can't show you because they're gonna get mad that I brought more people, but I kind of found a small alcove of
So
small
you're insane.
No. Okay, how am I insane if I appeared in this fucking place? I couldn't have just I couldn't have teleported.
Wait. So you went through an archway, but you came out through a wall, and you said you were talking to a crazy goblin that'll get mad if you bring more people. You might not be all there.
Okay. Let me put it in the way that I could best not sound crazy.
You already do.
Well, let me fucking
Naomi,
explain.
let him
first.
explain.
Let me explain. Over there, by the wall, used to be an archway to basically come and go, kind of like a door without a door. It appears that they're using magic to kind of not show the door so nobody could just walk in as they please.
Okay, so
I
illusions.
saw reptiles in there, snakes, crocodiles, alligators, and I think I saw a frog. That
So-
though,
Oh, Froggy!
yeah, it
Oresha
was a
claps.
single frog, but like he seemed to be on his own. He was very distant from the other group.
It was lonely.
Not lonely.
It was lonely.
Well, I mean, if I took him, the people would have might got mad taking a citizen.
So could
it
you
was
theoretically go back in through that wall?
I feel like he could. We might not be able to.
Also, this eyeball. Could you try to see if this thing is any magic, or is it just a fucking
Oresha's
eyeball?
already looking at the skeleton in its entirety with her left eye.
The skeleton has a like golden bronze like energy around him. It's not blinding, but it's quite a bit. And the pack
So-
next to him has a very similar like energy, except for there's like swirling notes of gold around the top of it.
There's swirling notes.
Like swirling. Well, I should say more details. Not really notes. You know what I mean? Like hints, sort of basically. Oh my god.
Okay.
That doesn't help at all. But yeah.
What about the eyeball that Heinrich is currently holding?
The eyeball has that, but there's also a bit of purple that swirls around it as well. Purple
Oresha's gonna
and gold.
take it just to get a closer look at it.
Whenever you look at it, whenever you properly look at it, and when you think about it for a moment, it has the exact same pupil as you, and as you look at it proper, it begins to being held by somebody with, you imagine, the same infliction, as it slowly turns into what appears to be its proper form, as it slims down, and you watch as these like roots of necrotic energy, these blacks and purples, and even a bit of red here and there, probably actual nerve endings to connect to the body, begin to come up from the back. The eye is a bit smaller now, and the pupil looks exactly as yours does.
Oh. Oresha's gonna just watch this happen, and is just gonna...
Well, what do you see? Do I see this as well, or does
Everyone sees this. Like everyone watches this thing like morph.
the eyeball?
It's kind of funny.
Is it be looking? Is it moving, or is it like just changing color?
It's completely still.
All right, so it's just changing colors. He's gonna be looking at it. Well,
Oresha's gonna, like, kind of like
Yeah, I mean-
clean off the eye kind of thing. Just, like, take a cloth and, like, clean it off.
Mhm.
And is going to just slowly insert it into her left.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
It begins to absorb it. Whenever you get it at a certain angle, and this does kind of hurt you. It doesn't, like, honestly, I'm not going to deal the damage because it'd only be, like, maybe 1 or 2. It's more like, like, just pain. Like, the left side of your head is fucking pounding the moment this happens. But the eye, as soon as you line up with your own, it, like, goes in, like, forcibly. It doesn't split
Oh.
your the eye you have there. It seems to just absorb it. And for those who are watching this and seeing Oresha's eye, the tinges of gold and purple, like in the eye, the iris, they grow a little brighter.
So, you absorbed an eye.
Yeah, seems like it. That really hurt way more than I thought it would. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
because it crawled into your fucking head.
Well, definitely feels... It's getting better. She says, still wincing from the pain. Her eye...
Yeah.
having like that eye closed for now.
I
Yeah.
don't know what made you come to the conclusion of putting an eyeball where your eye was. I mean, I don't go up to an arm on the ground and stick it on where my arm was.
Oresha, whenever you look at Heinrich, his arm gives off like the necrotic energy, like the same purple, not the gold. The energy is now more, and you can see kind of like where it concentrates a little more towards the back end, like near the shoulder where it's attached to. His his silly putty arm. It's more concentrated there, and you can almost see like roots of it, like forced into the shoulder, through your left eye now.
Oh, so I can see like the entire arm itself, kind of thing.
Yeah, you can see like kind of where it connects to Heinrich. Not fully. You can almost make out little tinges of nerves and such, but like, you know.
We're actually gonna slowly look towards Naomi.
Naomi took a memory, right? She sacrificed a memory. Oh yes, no, she sacrificed her associations. I'm stupid as fuck.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
sacrificed
fire
her
association.
association for the shrine.
Oh god.
Naomi has like a tinge. Naomi is mostly radiant, and it's still kind of like it doesn't hurt to look at as much now, as Naomi seems to have better control over it, given that she's not feral anymore, basically. Dummy doggy.
Made that dumbass.
No, dumb dog, not dummy, that dumbass. But you notice, of all the radiance that's around her, like striking like lightning around and near her, that, you know, obviously doesn't hurt you at all or touch anybody. You notice that it's outlined in what appears to be necrosis, or like a necrotic, and it's almost limiting it to a degree.
Mm.
You can see
Well.
the radiance trying to fight it, basically.
Seems like the eye has improved quite a bit more. If I look back at the pack, do I see anything new?
There are more hints of gold. You can now make up some. You can see like some hints of white that float around in these like triangle shapes, and you can almost make out the indentation of an eye in the middle of them. But you could blink and maybe you think you're like crazy, like that sort of thing, you know.
Oresha's gonna walk over to the pack.
The skeleton steps before you.
Oresha's gonna look at the skeleton now.
The skeleton has stepped in front of the pack and clearly does not want you getting at it. But you almost feel a mild like need to go to this pack. It's a little like nagging, but it's not enough to like force you towards it.
Well, guys, there's 3 of us and 1 skeleton.
And also the thing's already mostly dead.
Oresha's gonna slightly place a hand against the skeleton.
The skeleton just stands there. It doesn't react.
I have an eye. I've
Oresha's gonna look
rarely
at the
fought
great the skeleton has.
I've rarely fought skeletons in my time, and the only time I have was a necromancer trying to gain power, you know, that sort of thing.
What did you say Oresha was trying to do again?
Look at the greatsword.
She's trying to grab the greatsword, or is she looking at it?
Looking at it.
Oh, the greatsword has... as you look at the energy around the skeleton, it seems to be all focused into the greatsword as soon as you got closer to the pack. Like, the outline of the skeleton of this energy just all shifted over to the greatsword. And the greatsword itself, the energy seems to dull and try to, like, spark out constantly, as if trying to, like, take a... How to put it? As if trying to actually, like, grow itself further to unlock something, but it physically can't. As you see the greatsword, which is rather inscribed with these long line engravings down the middle of the blade that sort of like go down into the actual sharp parts, you know, the actual blade parts. You see them try to glow as well, but they just can't seem to. They falter and die. The blade
Is the greatsword like in the ground, or is the skeleton holding it?
The skeleton's holding it. He's holding it with both of his skeleton hands.
Oresha's gonna place a and against the blade of the greatsword.
It does not seem to do anything, but you can kind of feel the power in it. It feels stifled.
Oresha's just gonna slowly look over the greatsword for a minute and just sort of like think of what the greatsword could have been before it was in this state.
Roll me a history check.
History check? Okay. I'm kind of good history. Fuck. That's bad.
Lol.
Yeah, that's a 4.
That's a 4. I mean, there's engravings, and there is some, like... There's not words, there's more, like, rune-looking things. Something like ocean-like. Something ocean-like, but you can't tell or even decipher if it really is something actually ocean-like.
So, sort of seems to have some sort of, like, oceanic feel to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does look oceanic, like the actual engravings do, but you can't tell, like, is this a specific nation, any island nations? Is this a specific god? Is it the Kraken? Is it a sea serpent? You can't tell.
Oresha's gonna look to Heinrich and Naomi, and he's just like, this sword definitely seems interesting to me. I feel like if we were to take it from the skeleton, it'd be sort of bad for the, like, I feel like it'd be rude.
Well, yeah. That'd be
But
mean.
then again, I definitely feel there's a need to go to that pack over there. You know? Skeleton is stopping me from getting to the pack.
Well, then why
and-
don't you stand there and I go around and get it?
Okay. Oresha's just gonna stand where she is, just right in front of the skeleton, pretty much face to face with it. Like, essentially, they could easily just. Mwah.
Yeah.
Can I make a stealth check?
Yeah,
Just
make
go
a
around
stealth
and
check.
Just yoink whatever the fuck is in it. Fuck, I had a Spotify open. Fuck!
Rolled.
It rolled.
10.
Heinrich, help!
10.
How
Kinda
perceptive
holding
is this
back the-
skeleton?
Sorry, what? I feel like I accidentally talked over someone.
So Naomi's almost beheaded. Oresha,
Fuck!
Oresha, you watch as this skeleton. It doesn't seem to notice Naomi, but as soon as Naomi gets close enough to the pack, Naomi doing somewhat okay job of. Okay is a lie.
Okay, no, I got a 10.
Yeah, she did middle of the line. She did like mildly okay, but not enough. As the skeleton not inhuman, you can watch it happen, but like clearly attuned to this weapon. Goes to swing at Naomi, and Naomi dodges like mere seconds before it would have hit her.
Oresha's gonna immediately take the dagger in her tail and just straight up go straight for the skeleton's back. The dagger.
Initiative, fellas.
Awesome.
Got a fucking 7!
4.
Awesome.
Wait, am I wearing heavy armor? Do I get disadvantage on my initiative rolls?
Yeah. So wait, what has everybody rolled?
I got a 3.
Okay, the skeleton is above you.
Never mind, I got a 5 because we're gonna have disadvantage on dexterity saves and checks and checks wearing heavy armor.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it medium armor kind of thing where it says?
No, medium armor doesn't give you.
I'm wearing heavy
Heavy
armor.
armor usually gives you like
And Oresha, you
Are
made a
you-
14, right?
16.
A 16. Okay, yep. Turn order. Oresha goes first.
Again!
I'm going to just. In that case, it's my turn. I'm just gonna make an attack roll with my rapier and short sword at the skeleton's back, considering its back is likely to me.
It is, yeah.
I get sneak attack with this? I don't think I do.
No, because it knows where you are.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, first attack is with the rapier, and that is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Okay, and then short sword. That does not hit with a 9.
Okay.
So roll damage for rapier. That is 10 damage.
All right. You jostle its bones a little, and by that I mean you go to like slam your blade into its leg. Bone.
Well, you're not allowed to say that word.
Bone. Jostle.
You're not allowed to say jostle.
Jostle? Why can't?
Yeah,
why
I'm
can't
gonna
I
ruffle
fucking
your
write
jimmies,
jostle?
bro. Shut up.
I'm going to jostle your
But
face.
you do get a good hit in on its leg, and it like it sort of flinches. But your blade does not go through nor knock the bone out of place.
Awesome.
All right.
That's all I
Is that
can
your
do.
turn? Naomi!
Really?
Yeah,
What a 5!
the skeleton... Okay, you rolled 5, skeleton rolled 4, Heinrich rolled 3.
That's so funny. 5, 4, 3.
Okay, well,
We just ended 2 and a
there's
1.
no way the sword's gonna miss again, right?
And there's no way!
Ain't no way I'm gonna roll on that one fucking again. Oh my
I
god!
guess.
What?
8. Well, actually, is it plus dex? Because it's a katana.
Yeah, it's plus...
Then yeah, it's an 8.
It does not hit. Your katana clangs helplessly off.
That's my turn. I can't do anything.
Yoid. Do I
Alright.
have bonus action spells?
I don't have any bonus action spells, though.
Level 1, baby.
Sucks.
I love being
That sucks.
fucking level 1.
Haha.
Oh!
The skeleton is going to try to hit. Oh, Oresha.
Awesome.
O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Auto parts.
Shut your gay ass up, boy. That was a joke. I'm fine with gay people.
Yeah, well, you say that, and then the skeleton hits me and I die.
Lay on hands. I could technically revive you.
Is that what you rolled?
The skeleton goes for like a very heavy overhead swing on Oresha. And
Uh-huh.
it's clear the weight of this thing is unbalanced due to damage over time, you know, because it's very much not. It's quote beyond repair. Spoiler alert: we'll be able to repair it. Probably get a hell of a weapon of that. It falls fucking forward, misses Oresha, and is now knocked prone.
It's stuck in the ground. It'd be funny if it was just like, stuck in the
Kick him.
ground.
It is not stuck in the ground.
The dick.
It is now Heinrich's
Dude,
turn.
did I get opportunity attack on that?
No, it's my turn. I get opportunity of all things.
No,
Nobody
opportunity.
gets
Do you
opportunity
know
attack.
what
He's just
opportunity
falling
attack means?
over. He's not leaving anyone's attack
Alright,
range.
now I will. Seeing as I don't have my powers yet as a paladin because fucking first level paladin.
Wait, he's not prone, right? That doesn't mean
Mhm.
you get advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
You get advantage on
I get advantage. Alright, so I'm gonna roll. Don't I add the hit DC to my bow?
Hit DC. What the fuck?
What does hit DC mean? I'm sorry.
That's for spells.
That's just hit slash D. That's just to hit.
No, okay, for the war pick +1.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
add the
you just
add the
five,
plus
two.
1 to it.
Yeah, you do.
So just roll.
Wait,
and
it
add
already
plus
adds the
1.
+1 to it. It's already it's a warp like +1.
So
Yeah, that's
that
11
would.
to hit.
Okay, yeah, that okay.
Oh wait, you can roll again. has advantage.
Oh, yeah,
You
advantage.
did roll with an advantage.
16.
16.
16 hits.
Alright. Boop.
I like how I've only hit one of my attacks per turn.
Alright, it does 8 damage.
8 damage. Alright.
8 damage.
You slam this weapon into the skeleton, and you know, it does bend one of the bones a little bit, but the skeleton seems a little magically reinforced.
Oh damn! This magic is higher than this skeleton is higher than level 1.
So yes. Is that all you can do, Mr. Heinrich?
Level 1, yes.
All right. Oresha!
I saw.
It's your turn,
2
bad
more
bitch!
attacks. Rape your short sword.
It's O'Reilly.
No. That's an 18 to hit with rapier,
That hits.
and then a 13 to hit with the short sword.
That hits.
Will both hit? Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll roll damage for rapier first. That's 5 damage with rapier.
That'd be awesome.
And then that's 8 damage with short sword.
How much overall?
How much overall?
Yeah.
13.
13. The skeleton, the bones, they leave the other bones. And this weapon drops from its hands. And like a normal skeleton, it just kind of falls apart.
Oresha's then gonna sheath her short sword and rapier and sort of just pick up the very old greatsword and just put her onto her back so she can maybe fix it later.
The bones begin to glow.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oresha's gonna place the greatsword against the bones.
Holy shit, I'm rolling low. Alright.
Lol.
That's good for us.
Some of the bones begin to go back into place.
Oh, this is a skeleton that just keeps reviving.
This is
That's
just one of
funny.
those.
You can
this is
kill
one
it.
of those-
Oresha's just gonna take the greatsword and just slam
that
it
about?
down
Right.
to the
Pussy.
bones.
Ow. Fuck. Oh, he missed.
Finally.
What?
Roll damage.
Roll
Me?
damage.
Oh, yeah.
What is the damage for this greatsword?
It is a 2d4.
2d4? Okay, so 2, 3, that's 5.
5 damage. Oh, right.
I add my strength modifier,
Yeah,
so then 6.
yeah. 6 damage. You slam this thing into its own wielder, and the glow goes away. The bones begin to be motionless. And the skeleton is effectively dead.
Augers.
I think it was already dead. Because it was a skeleton.
Ah.
Shut
Shut yo, bit.
Pickle
your
shit.
curly fry looking at.
So is the skeleton dead or alive?
Curly fries. I love curly fries.
It's dead.
It's dead.
It's dead again?
It's dead fully.
Yay.
It's
dead
dead
twice.
again,
It's
bro.
dead to the power of 2.
Dead squared.
Dead
Dead
square.
squared.
Ah.
Water.
Yay. Well, that Naomi missing her swing and just going, oh well.
Oh well.
Good job, Oresha. You did it.
Proud
I
of you.
also did some work,
Yeah, Heinrich did it. Heinrich did work.
I didn't fucking ask. Well, Heinrich did.
Heinrich didn't. Not do work. He did some good work.
Heinrich don't.
Oresha's, after destroying the skeleton, is going to
Mhm.
walk over the pack and open it up.
Yeah, you guys would have had to fight him again. And again and again until you realize the glowing bones were bringing him back, which is very easy. It's just, instead of just having it happen like where he comes back, I wanted to put it to essentially death rolls. And I decided, you know what, it's a skeleton and it's clearly old. So, you know, obviously it's not going to be as in tune with what power it had with its mortal flesh before it died. So I was like, okay, 14, 15 DC should be fine. I rolled a 7 and an 11.
You'll love to see it. 7-Eleven.
11, 7-Eleven.
But yeah. Would like to open the pack now.
Yes. Alex.
Amy's gonna be over there sad as the great sword probably almost hit her in the face, and now some of her hair is ruined. Oh no.
Oh no!
I knew.
You open the pack and you are met with a completely gray stake. Like a very long... Yeah, like a wooden stake.
Like to kill vampires?
Sort
I
of.
thought it would say like, who don't cook my steak well done?
It is a completely gray stake
Just
with
this
bits of
alligator on
grain going off of it. And as you free it from the bag, it embeds itself into the ground, and the shore around you becomes completely gray.
Oh.
And the water in front of you parts. And in the distance,
Like
you
Moses?
see... And in the distance, you see a familiar manor.
Oh?
That's right, baby. This is your round table. Dresden's
I
Manor
Dresden.
is your round table hold.
Poggers.
Who's Dresden?
Who's Dresden?
Remember Dresden?
Bruh!
Of fucking course it's Logan to go, who's Dresden?
Dresden was the drow
Is it that guy that the drow?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the drow.
it's the drow guy.
Okay,
that we made.
I'm stupid sometimes. Don't worry.
Dresden, the
Like it,
dealer.
you want? Do you...
Bro, I actually kind of like
Knife,
that.
though.
You don't
Dresden,
want
the
it?
dealer.
Like my
kinda
actual
like
big
that.
knife.
Oh, that's a good... It's over here.
Yeah, keep it next to your notebook so I can cut it the fuck open.
I'll kill you, fucker.
Oresha sees the stake go into the ground and then sees the man and she's like,
And that's where the session ends.
Oh, I
Right.
wanted to get the alligator. Oh man.
You'll get it next time. Don't you worry.
well,
So let's recap today's session. Naomi hit one attack and it didn't even kill. Let's go.
Wag out, fella.
Swag!
yeah, but it led to a kill.
Oh, so she assisted in one kill and didn't help for two others.
The one kill? Like a Zerm. 1,000 episodes? Like Zerm.
Like
Zerm.
One Piece?
Yeah!
Oh god.
Also, the great sword you have received.
1,000 episodes and they still haven't found the One Piece. I'm just gonna look for it myself.
Also, Oresha, you have received the Sailor's Fury, which is 2d4 damage. You have to fix it up to make it do the proper damage, more damage, and its unique ability.
Okay, so add custom item. Sailor's Fury.
Yeah, guys, keep
Let's
stalling
hear
for time, please, because whenever this is over, Rise and play Elden Ring again, and I have to hear about it.
2d4.
I live to be your
damage.
problem.
Your room is cool, I'm your problem now.
Honey. Yeah. She hates you.
She's not hating me, she loves me, don't she?
She's full of contempt for you. She's doing that out of pity, Garrett. But yeah, that's the session, fellas.
Dude, come to the camera, let chat see the dog.
Actually, yeah, hold up. I gotta make a camera source. Make sure the dog don't leave, though. Gotta cut it on a fucking camera source, baby. Camera, video capture.
Okay, awesome. The Sailor's Fury. Added it.
Yeah. Where's this place at? Where the fuck is this camera device thing placed at? Why is it not?
Yeah,
Oh, is that just how it is, or is
I
that-
even
That's the
put
webcam
notes in
camera.
there that a very old greatsword that can be fixed
Is it
to
not
unlock a
plugged-
much
no,
better
it's plugged
weapon.
in, isn't it?
No, it's plugged in. It has the thing. Fuck it. I'm just gonna get a shitty picture of Onyx. I'm gonna throw it on screen. Onyx
What?
of the dog, so the viewers can see the dog. Only I need a good.
Germa eats a frog.
Freak.
Heinrich when he gets an eyeball spat in his hand.
Look at our front little bit of frontal.
You're blinding my dog with the flash.
It'll be fine.
Flash, he's like, meow.
Fucking wyvern of a dog, bro. What the fuck?
Savior of the universe.
You did that to her. You covered her ears.
It's funny.
Ani, you're beautiful.
Shut up.
You're beautiful, Ani. You're beautiful.
Nuh-uh.
Ani, you're beautiful.
Nuh-uh.
You're beautiful.
That is a little creature you got right there, Garrett.
She's great.
Like Tony? No, that's Tony the Tiger's thing. That's what he says.
Tony Chopper.
You're great.
Yeah, the One Piece fan. He go crazy with it. No, that's the wrong one. No Logan alligator
I'm
image.
stalking and I'm
Dog
lurking.
Dog.
To all the MFs that will watch this video that like that are One Piece fans, guess my favorite One Piece character. You won't get it right.
To all the MS.
I've only played Pirate Warriors 4, and I watched a little bit of the whole cake arc. Good luck.
To all the One Piece fans watching, why do you like One Piece?
That dude, why the fuck do you like One Piece? It's 1,000 episodes, and they haven't even found the One Piece yet. Also, that's
To
my
all the
fault.
One Piece fans watching, why?
I'm stalking and I'm
I'm
looking
about
when
to
you
come.
least expect it.
That is not.
Logan? Hey, yo?
While my One Piece fans keep sucking.
I'm gonna come.
Good coom.
All
Cook.
my
I'm gonna
haters
cook.
keep sucking.
I'm gonna cook.
I'm gonna
Why is it
Cook.
sideways?
What do you mean, why is it sideways?
The picture of
You're making
Onyx
my
and
dog look-
OBS. He looks like that. Shut up. Oni does.
God, she looks old, like she's 80.
But why does Onyx look like she got
Piss.
spikes?
What? She does.
She
He
doesn't
looks
have
like a
spikes in
worm.
her hair.
She looks like
She
a
looks
worm.
Old. She
Looks
old.
like a
Old.
porcupine,
She's
And
getting
bro.
old,
and
guys.
old.
Stop making fun of my dog. I'll kill you.
This dog is
It's old.
46.
And very old.
Yo,
She
this
looks,
dog
like,
fucking
she looks like a
60,
porcupine,
dog.
bro. She looks like a porcupine.
All right. Also, I'm not gonna play Elden Ring. I have to edit this, Garrett.
You're gonna edit this in here?
I'm gonna bring my fucking keyboard, dude. I'm not editing like this. This would suck. Anyways.
God, talk right now.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So, everyone say their goodbyes. That's the
Goodbye.
so
Bye.
long.
I'm gonna go make
Farewell. Garrett,
So
say
long,
goodbye.
farewell. I hope to see you tomorrow.
That's fucking rude. Give it an actual.
That was to eat the audience, bro. Why would you eat the audience? Don't eat the audience.
Fucking hate every one of
You
you.
suck.
You know what, audience? Come here.
Okay, you end
Four.
it now.
Actual four.
Duck did it too. Goodbye.